100%. Cheers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Winter Bears. I am Distefano. This is Stavi, baby. We are taking over for Tom and Bert. Once again, we did the Summer Bears. We are reluctantly, begrudgingly doing it. We're trying to get the show off the rails.
Yeah, I'm doing it with a smile on my face. I'm just not trying at all.
Yes.
And people didn't really think we were trying by the end of last time. This will be worse. This is worse.
Yes.
We have maybe 4 talking points. We didn't prepare. It's early.
Yep.
I haven't had anything to eat, and then I had just more sugar. I'm literally crashing.
Right.
I might just have I might fall into a diabetic coma.
Yes. The Jets are currently beating the Ravens 7-0
talking about
in the moment
that.
right now.
Yeah, it's going to be really funny when this comes out in like 6 months. They just have these in like a bank of like, if Bert has a heart attack, they'll put one of these out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These aren't even anchored to any time. They're just like, whatever, man. We just need back. You never know when we might need a substitute episode.
Yeah. Just, Bert's been dead for a year, and Leanne's just trying to get the money because she realized Bert screwed up the will.
They're trying to make it seem like they're not trying to announce his death until they can backdate a huge life insurance policy on Bert.
Bert's.
Actually, for real, I would be shocked if YMH is not working on just AI podcasting, where they can just plug all the stories Bert and Tom have told.
Yeah.
They're not even going to need us.
You have no idea how low on the priority list
I respect that.
this podcast is for Tom and Bert. I mean, literally, Tom opened up a croissant shop called like Gio Bomba's something, La La Bamba. It's like, means fat little boy in Italian. He said, I'd rather bake croissants than do the
Something
podcast.
he has no expertise in.
Which is actually, it's here, it's in Venice, it's in Austin, so go check it out. But it is one of those.
When did this start? Does he? I'm sorry. He lost weight and then got into pastries? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I know. It's and he's another one. He lost weight without Ozempic, I believe.
I don't know that that's true.
That's true. Maybe it's
I
not.
don't think that's true.
Yeah.
He did so. If he didn't do Ozempic, he's on like adrenochrome.
Right.
Like Tom is on some shit that like only rich people know about for sure.
Yeah.
He just has an IV attached to a baby. He's getting stem cells directly from a it's actually going into a pregnant lady's fucking pussy. And he's just getting the stem cells. They're just having a slow motion abortion into his bloodstream.
I mean, it is fascinating how this podcast has just become, literally, he's like, I'll do anything else. And maybe Christina was like, what about opening up a croissant shop? Like she did it as a bit. And he's like, you know what? Done.
He's like, let's do it.
Yes, done.
Just croissants? Is that all they do? I'm interested in this.
It's baked goods. It says right now they're at their Fairground Food Hall below the Wells Fargo building. So if you guys are looking for, a lot of, I know you podcast fans
killer
are
focaccia too.
Focaccia.
I'm a big focaccia
Yes,
guy.
if you guys are looking for a assassination attempt, you want to go to the Wells Fargo building and go to the Fairground Food Hall. And just look for the guy in the Por Osos merch and the other guy that has no shirt on who looks like a croissant.
I love focaccia.
Oh, it's the best.
If I had to rank my breads, we're going focaccia is probably number 1, and then a nice sourdough, crusty sourdough, and then a country loaf.
Dude, focaccia is number 1, and I'll never forget. I was literally sitting at Shattered O'Neill's bar once again in Maspeth, Queens. I was sitting, all my boys were talking, and my boy had just banged like a 12.
Yeah,
and he had banged her the night before. We were all, Sunday football.
A 12-year-old.
Yes. Remember, this is Islam, so we've converted. So
yeah, you're right. Straight are Islamic, gay are Catholics.
Exactly. Now we're talking.
That's the common ground that Italians can come up with Muslims.
But I remember that our friend comes in and he banged this hot chick.
Actually, that's not fair. I believe Afghan warlords also had a bunch of boy.
Yes.
Wasn't that a big thing? Troops would come back and they would have to they were talking about how weird it was that everyone they were talking to had boy slaves.
But don't forget about the OGs, your people, the Greeks. Love the boys.
Look,
back in the day.
What you needed to do to get to philosophy, when your brain is working overtime, you don't have time to go out and court a woman.
No.
You have to bring a pliant boy over.
No, Socrates said it. He said the way that he was able to get his thoughts was prepubescent cock.
That's right. You would teach him a trigonometry and then suck him off. That was the Greek way.
It's what it was.
And by the way, you really retain information.
100%.
If it's like memorize this equation and you'll get your dick sucked. I would have been pretty good at geometry.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it was from, I guess I wouldn't have loved if it was like a balded, bearded guy.
Right.
I would have preferred it be a woman, but.
Hey, whatever it is, it is. I mean, back
maybe
in
I
those days,
homeschool my kid with a sex worker.
100%. I'm into it. And so this guy came
you're
in.
Maspeth.
We're in Maspeth. We're at the bar drinking. He comes in, bangs this hot chick. You know, we saw it. It's met her the night before. It's great. And then he was like, yeah, dude, I was going down her. It goes, and then my boy was like, oh, yeah, really? What her pussy tastes like? And he went, her pussy tasted like focaccia. And we were like,
She
what?
had a yeast infection.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you should probably go to the hospital, dude, because that is made with yeast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sprig of rosemary on her clit.
Oh, dude, but yes, a focaccia, man. You know, I like Tom's ideas here of just bacon bread, and this is following a trend of comedians. Our good friend Tom Papa gets into
Tom's
sourdough.
been the old school bread guy.
Yes.
In fact, I wonder if Tom's pissed that I wonder if Papa's pissed that Tom's coming in on his bread corner.
Yeah,
You know, he's going to get a very polite shakedown.
Well, it is a good trend for us here as comedians because, like, a couple of years ago, the main thing to do was like you get successful in comedy, and then you get into conspiracies and backing presidential candidates and all that stuff.
Right.
At least now the big guys are just getting into bread. That's
nothing
good.
wrong with bread.
Just getting a little bread. It's healthy. It's not hurting anybody. Like, so I do appreciate Tom starting a new trend for successful guys getting into bread.
Getting it. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Papa's right there. He's like, need bread.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Tom is doing anything he can to hold on to the bread corner of the comedy community.
I would be fucking pissed if I'm Papa.
Yeah.
And Segura's like, he's already got a vodka brand. It's like, what else do you want? How much do you need, Tom?
Yeah, it's like you have a Netflix show, you have arena tours. Now you got to take my.
You're
small
taking
coins.
sourdough from Tom Papa.
It's like, hello, Tom Papa. It's like, dude, I'm doing a freaking serious show with Fortune Feimster. I'm trying to get that marriage ref money.
That's right. That's right.
All I was doing good selling freaking bread.
Yeah.
And now here you come.
It's despicable, Tom. Come on, get off my boy Papa's corner. Well, you know what? I'll save my focaccia.
Well, how about this?
There was a place in Baltimore did a cheesesteak on focaccia. Maron.
Mamma mia.
And you would let the juices fucking dude. This is the fat math I would do. Like I would get the cheesesteak and I would let it sit like 7 minutes just so the juices went into the focaccia.
Yeah.
And it got just absolutely saturated with cheesesteak juice, but it was to the point where it was still crispy, and if you ate it before it got soggy, it was like fucking alchemy, dude.
Beautiful.
It was I could write a poem about
Dude,
that
the
cheesesteak.
you're writing a haiku on a cheesesteak.
I remember when I was 24, I was pissing all the time, and I was like, well, I got diabetes. It finally happened. And instead of going to the doctor, I went to that cheesesteak place and ordered two focaccia cheesesteaks and a fucking big ass thing of fries. And I was like, this is my final supper before I'm diagnosed with diabetes.
Dude.
And then I went and they were like, you don't have diabetes. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, there's just something wrong with your something's wrong with my prostate.
Yeah, they're like, you just have chlamydia.
Well, dude, I had to go. So I went and there was like, something's off with my prostate. I don't know what. And they were like, the way we can figure this out is here's how they wanted to do it. This was insane. They put a tube up your ass.
Okay.
And they put a tube in your dick. And they pump you full of water, fluids, to see where, like, what can't retain the water. And I was like, you know what? I'll just piss too much. I'll just piss the rest of my life every 45 minutes. I don't need like a Jamaican lady shoving a tube up my dick hole, because they also shoved a tube up my dick hole once to see what happened. I was knocked out for it, thank God. And they claimed there was a blockage in my cock, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, what's in your cock?
I don't know. Had a little blockage.
It was a focaccia crumb?
Yeah. Well, I will admit, when I saw Road Trip, you remember Road Trip where Stifler it's not Stifler, it's a different character.
Yeah. That guy, what is it, Sean Patrick Austin?
He's got 3 names for
something
sure.
like that. He's a good dude.
Classic. And he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But in that show, Sean William Scott.
That's what it is.
In that movie, remember the hot nurse puts fingers up his ass?
Yeah.
So I took a candle and put it up my ass,
Yeah.
trying to get, because they made it seem like you press a button and like just jizz pops out. Never had any success. It just kind of, I was like, this kind of, I just have a candle up my ass, and this doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But I always wonder, like, did that candle up my ass fuck something up? Did I like root around too much and did I fuck my prostate up? And that's why I've had to piss my whole life.
And do you still feel like you actively have to piss all the time now?
I do, but I'm also just older and fatter, and I feel like,
comes with
I've
the
gotten
territory.
used to it. You know, it's tough when you see a movie. You have to, I've really seriously considered being in a movie theater and just pissing in my fucking soda cup.
Sure.
But,
Yeah. Or that's what
you don't want to get caught with your little ass dick out pissing.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't want to get caught, but then also, imagine if they got my dick is so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you're holding in a piss.
It like doesn't even come over the balls.
No.
Yeah.
I would have to push the fat down to get it over the lip of the cup.
Yeah.
Because I've pissed driving too. Real problem.
Oh, yeah.
Like I almost have to like tip my dick down
Right.
because if I'm reclining, it's like how a dog's penis disappears.
Right.
My dick disappears if I'm like too relaxed.
Yes.
And so the last thing I want is an usher at an AMC to see basically it's all foreskin.
Yeah.
The actual organ has retreated.
You're not clipped?
No.
Interesting. I thought the Greeks get clipped.
No, they really don't.
Oh, wow.
You've actually offended me.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm a proud unclipped warrior.
Wow.
I haven't bowed to the Abrahamic faith agenda.
Yes.
You actually, everyone in America is bowing to, you want to talk about being racist, but you're kind of doing what Muslims and Jews tell you to do.
That is true.
They're all clipped.
Yes.
Me, a proud Eastern European,
Yeah.
I haven't
Yes.
I haven't bowed. I didn't take a knee to Tel Aviv or Mecca.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm doing what I want.
I'm here talking all this shit. Meanwhile, I was circumcised personally by the Ottoman Empire.
They used a big scimitar.
Yeah. Sure. Is that what it's called, a scimitar?
I think
I've been on
so.
stage calling it a scimitar.
No,
I've been adding an I saying Mamdani has a scimitar. And
I love that it's your Mamdani bit where you needed the phrase scimitar.
yeah, and Mamdani's like, Chris, I actually like the bit, but you're saying it wrong.
Saying it wrong.
You're proving how dumb you are. And there you are. I think he would like me though, Mamdani. I think he would look at me and be like, no, but then I think after you got to know me, I think
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I think he'd probably like me.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
You would like him. He actually is cool.
Yeah. And but with the prostate stuff, so I actually also had to get not the tube in the front, but the tube up the butt because we went through a period of my life where I was just, a little sexually promiscuous.
Sure.
And I got chlamydia like too many times.
Wow.
And so
how many's too many?
I think it was like 3 times in a month or something.
Wow.
Like it was out of control.
What was going on?
I honestly don't know. I really to the doctor was like, we don't see this often. Yeah. So
you would just raw dog.
Yeah, I was
strangers.
I was the way that you have described sometimes how like when you eat, sometimes it's like to hurt yourself. I was having unprotected sex to like hurt myself, and I was finding women who also did not like themselves, and we were just in this miserable sex fest where we were both like, what the hell? And
And are you nutting in these strangers?
There a couple of times. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just nutting in a stranger you met in Maspeth, Queens.
100%.
Fucking insane.
Absolutely. I'm a different guy now. I've found the Lord. I'm on the beam and in the program, as we say in the History Hyenas. I'm different, but back in these days, 10 years ago.
I mean, I had a friend who would just, I couldn't believe it. He was like, anytime he had sex with him, he was like, I nut inside them.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't. Like, what if she gets pregnant? And he just didn't even. He was like, nah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I would be like, I'll deal with that when it happens. Yeah, I would kind of say like, I have a Catholic cross on my back and scripture on my arm.
Right.
I'm a soldier in the army of Christ.
Right.
I'm protected by the man himself,
Yeah,
so I'm okay.
Yeah. St. Peter is guiding the jizz outside of her fallopian tubes.
Yes.
He's like, he's up there on a cloud, being like, keep that Catholic jizz away.
Yes. So I said, and as Jesus will not give you what you cannot handle, and all these things.
Right.
Hey guys. Listen, it's end of the year window where your whole body is like, dude, what have you done for me lately? We all know I'm not waking up January 1st training for a triathlon. I just want to feel a little slightly better than I did before. And it isn't powered entirely by sugar and gravy and regret. That's why I am grabbing these Huel Black Edition protein. These are literally functionally ready to eat meal drinks. They are the greatest cheat code for pretending you have your life together. I'm not chopping vegetables. I'm not cooking. Just grabbing a bottle, cracking it, opening it, boom, and I'm making a healthy life choice without even realizing it. I would open this right now and drink it, but I'm saving this one for my ride to the flight. I love to have a pre-cocktail for the ride to the flight, and this is perfect. Plus, they just launched in Target stores and nationwide. The Black Edition, ready to drink. Bro, plant-based, protein, carbs, fats, the whole meal. That's not powder that you leave in your car and then shake up in a bottle and it smells like a crime scene. This stuff is delicious, and it stops me from doing the thing where I say, I'm just going to grab something quick, and then I end up eating 4,000 calories and going like, how did that happen? I did not want to eat fried pickles. That happened to me last night. I got home after our Christmas party, and I started eating potato salad by the serving spoon size. Not tonight, though. Tonight on my ride to the airport, I'm drinking my Huel. This is my whole thing. And then I get on the plane, I pass out, I wake in Miami, and we'll find out if Jake Paul won or lost. So if you're like me and you want to start the year feeling even slightly less disgusting, but without doing any real work, Huel is your move. Grab it, drink it, and feel like a responsible adult. It is the easiest win you can get. As mentioned, they just launched in Target stores nationwide. Grab one there or take advantage of this exclusive 15% off offer online with code BEARS at Huel.com/bears. That's HUEL.com/bears. Try Huel's Black Edition RTD and Daily Green RTD. And by the way, thank you so much to Huel for sponsoring the podcast and helping me pretend like I've got my life together throughout the New Year's.
So, but anyway, so I just, was dripping all the time. And so they actually said, like, look, we got to check your prostate. I was like 27 years old, right? Or something like that. And they were like, we got to check out your prostate. And I remember the nurse or nurse practitioner, whoever, she was like an old school Russian lady. And she was like, they laid me on the table and she was like, have you ever done this before? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, baby, this not gonna feel good. And she goes, but we have to do this check. You're okay. And then I remember as she was putting the tube, like
a real deal tube up your ass.
This is like, well, whatever the machine. I don't know if it was a tube, but it was like a machine that was that specifically
it was one of those silicone fists.
Exactly.
It was a floppy fist.
To use to like check the prostate.
Yeah.
She was doing it and she saw me like I was like laid on my side and I was like this.
She
and
saw you go, ew.
And she
puts the tube up your ass. She's like,
yeah. I'm like opening my mouth. She's like, no. This is in your butt.
You're putting your fingers in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Can you choke me?
And so she's putting the thing up my butt with her right hand and just petting my head with her left.
And you're nutting.
Just calming me down. I'm like smelling her fingers.
Getting something up your ass and an affectionate pat is crazy.
It was crazy, dude. And she told me after, she's like, I just felt so terrible for you. So she's just, but I was fine. Everything was fine. But I do, and then when I was 17, I actually thought I had an this is how, stupid, like I had sex with one girl.
Right.
It was that clear, uneducated, like
me too.
Catholic school my life, and I thought I had AIDS, full AIDS.
Dude, me too. I got jerked off.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have an STD.
Sure.
And it was the first, because I was like seeing, I had a college girlfriend and I was finally going to get to have sex. I didn't fuck till college. But before that, I had just like a random girl like touched my dick at a random hookup that went horribly. Like I couldn't get hard. I was like too drunk to get hard and nervous to get hard. But I was like, she's some dirty bitch. She's got whatever was on her fingernails got into my dick hole, and now I have fucking AIDS. and then so I got like an STD, and they made me do the whole. Like in hindsight, it's just like you're so stupid and uneducated about sex. And I had to get the Q-tip swab.
That's what in the tip of the dick, and it hurt so bad. And it's like the feeling, and it was so, dude. I just imagine you getting jerked off in like the parking lot of Towson University in the outskirts of Baltimore.
No, I never had luck at Towson, even though they were apparently they were sluts, but it never worked out for me.
I heard they were big time whores there, and then Rutgers is the other one in New Jersey. They called Slutgers, big STD school.
Slutgers,
yes.
Okay.
I went to St. Joe's, of course. They're called St. Hose. But
beautiful,
gorgeous. But yeah, I got to be honest. It is now not like I'm 41 years old, and even though my life at times, of course, is chaotic, there's a degree of, as we said on last episode, overwhelmingness that comes over me. But it is good to know to like you're with one woman, you're locked in with your family, like the calmness of not having to worry that you have an STD outweighs banging the chick.
Yeah.
And I had to live through that to find like I like this.
Who were these people giving you chlamydia? Do you remember? Do you remember like their demographics? Do you remember anything about them? Does it all run together?
I would say, it was one of those things where back in those days I would, I just started comedy. So I would assume I was having sex to like with the same kinds of women as the other comics were having sex in the New York City
the
open mic
dregs
scene.
of society.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The people whom you watch headline arenas now or were sharing women back in those days. I don't know. I was never.
You don't remember a single one?
I was never able to pin down who or why. I just got it. But this again, I was like,
because sometimes it's worth it.
Right.
Sometimes you get a type of head.
Yeah.
Like I got some just tremendous head, and a girl texted me, and she was like, she had something weird. It was like scabies. It was like some kind of like dirty disease.
Was
like,
she a pirate?
dude, it was insane.
She's like, I had rickets.
Yeah. She was like, I need some vitamin C.
Yeah, I had scurvy.
Can you look up what scabies is? I think it was scabies, but
scabies, isn't it like that's like a skin disease, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
lice. Is it scabies
itchy
like a
skin
lice?
caused by tiny burrowing mite call. Yes, she had a kind of she went to some kind of like. She went to like a retreat in a yurt somewhere.
Oh my God.
And they got scabies, and she was
Are you
like,
banging a Mongolian? Is this...
but she was great. I mean, I don't know what she's up to. I might hit her. Literally, she was so cool, hot, and the head and pussy were so good that I was like,
yeah,
scabies schmabies. And I didn't have it, but dude, it was also before my special taping.
Ooh.
So I'm like, am I going to do this special with scabies?
Scabies,
Am I going to have a fucking rash in my own
Well, dude, do you know the
face?
Mark Norman story?
No.
So, dude, we did our Comedy Central half-hour specials. We did it in
Boston, right?
In like 2013 or 14. But anyway, Mark Norman, he's talked about this openly, did that special with full-blown, like, out-of-control Benjamin Franklin level syphilis. What? And he had to take this medication. Pull up Mark Norman, half-hour Comedy Central presents. Look at how swollen his face is when you look back. And then pull up that picture. Look at Mark Norman's face. He's like having like a reaction to some kind. The medicine wasn't working. At like a full-blown, like medically. Look at how fat and bloated his face is.
You're right.
That's it. And he talks about how he just was. He was like in full syphilis, like founding father level condition. Like
he does look like shit.
Look at his face there. That's not what Mark looks like now.
I mean, he was a little fatter back then because I feel like he was hitting the booze harder.
Right.
But that is even another level. Like he has a straight, like that looks like a fat guy.
No, because he's having like some type of a reaction to the penicillin given to him.
That's crazy.
Because he needed it because he couldn't get through the set.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah. So syphilis is, that's a crazy one to get.
Yeah,
but
that's old school.
Yeah, I'm not saying any private info. He said it publicly before.
Yeah, yeah.
And even if I did, what would Mark give a shit?
Mark. Even if you are, who cares?
Yeah.
He's also like you were reformed. I bet he's a reformed raw dog.
Oh yeah, dude. New Orleans, dude. They were like scumbags down there. Yeah. Yeah. So, but it is nice. I'm at the age. What are you? 36.
Well, can we talk about syphilis a little more before we move on?
Please.
Because doesn't it? I love that it also just makes you go insane.
Yeah.
So people would get syphilis and just go like, didn't Al Capone go crazy?
Yes, Al Capone, Idi Amin.
Idi Amin.
They believe Nero and people in history because what it does actually, what syphilis actually does is like the disease is it climbs up your spinal cord like a ladder. And it goes vertebrae by vertebrae and then starts eating at your brain. So a lot of the stuff in history now, they have, educated guesses that when somebody would just snap and start to kill their people and crucify, they had syphilis. They was just eating their brain.
Because those are the only people.
Hitler was a good guy. He just had syphilis.
I think he's the one example that didn't have it.
Yeah.
I think
he was just on crystal meth.
A little ass dick.
Yeah, that's what they say.
He had
and Epstein too.
He was and he married his cousin or whatever. So yeah, unfortunately, he's not a good guy, Chris.
Well, back in the day, if you look into the past, I mean, dude, a lot of your good guys are not good guys. I mean, even Gandhi, dude, used to bang out his niece.
No. Didn't he used to? He didn't use to bang her. Didn't he used to? He slept in bed with a child because he was like, I'm showing how strong I am. I'm resisting child porn. But I know what you mean, but it's like, that's so funny that this guy that everyone talks about is like this moral, whatever. He did good stuff for India, obviously, but it's like, to him, the ultimate temptation was sleeping in bed with your fucking niece. Yeah. That was like, you can't come up with something more tempting. He was like, look, I
would sleep in bed with her and I would not touch her. Now, I would have one of my helpers push my dick into her ass.
Mormon.
Yeah, the Mormon bed
soaking. He invented soaking.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, of course, no one in history is good, but it's also funny that the syphilis, you're right, because the only people that got to fuck that much were like leaders.
Yeah.
So that's why they all got fucking syphilis.
Yeah,
probably.
dude, when you look back, you see it. It's like pretty clear as day, because it's not that those diseases weren't there. They were. There just was no medication to treat it.
Yeah.
And I think much like today, how like, everybody has that friend who like just tears through puss and never gets an STD. That there's people existed back then. These guys would just tear through puss, but the one, like, I would not have made it back in the day, because I would have been taken out immediately.
You've been taken out by chlamydia
Right away, dude. I'm going insane.
Untreated chlamydia, your dick's coming like puffing up like a baboon's ass.
Oh yeah, it's
You have
bad.
like red balls.
Yeah. Now it's good to know, like, anytime I feel any type of like pain in urination, I'm like, it's probably prostate cancer, which is that's fine.
That's fine. You're ready to go.
Well, at least you don't have to deal with the shame of your family.
Right, right.
That's how I look at it.
You would
now.
you would just get that prostate taken out.
Yeah, just get it taken out and deal with it, because I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm not going to sell my house.
That's good, Chris. I'm glad. I'm glad you've changed your mind in a week's time.
Yes. Yes. I've just been able to, just calm it down, breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth, box breathe, breathing through my box, and just figure out what I'm doing,
Yeah. And what do you think that is?
Well, I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to hold on as long as I can.
Yeah.
And then be ready when eventually my wife comes to me and says that it's over for her.
Yeah.
And then just have something lined up, like
Wait,
an apartment or something
Is
lined
the
up.
marriage, like, you're now going to get married? Have you gotten married?
We have not gotten married yet, but I just do like saying my wife. I like
Right.
preemptively kind of preparing for it.
How are the wedding preparations going?
So far, we were locked in on a venue, and then I very abruptly, like I had a bad hour and I lost the deposit on that venue, and I said, we're not getting married there. We should pick a new venue. And so we put on a deposit. This is all true. We put in a deposit on another venue, and then I didn't like that one, and we're now back at the original venue.
Wow,
We've paid the deposit. We've paid 3 deposits for the same venue.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
What's going on, man?
do
you feel like you need control in your life? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I feel like through therapy, what I've realized is my father was a gambling addict, and guess what? So am I. Even though I just don't use cards. I just don't bet on the VIG.
Right, absolutely.
I bet on other things. So
you never bet? You never touched it?
No. That was my father's main thing to me growing up. He was like, I ruined my life with gambling, so you will not ruin your life with gambling. I don't even want you learning card games. I don't want you learning anything. And so I said, great, I'm not a gambling addict. I won't learn. And then as time has went on, I'm like, you know what, Dad, that you should have just told me to gamble on sports, because now I just gamble on everything else. I gamble on things that are even more high stakes. I mean,
you were raw dogging everyone you met for fucking 10 years.
Yeah, because of
each nut was a roll of the dice.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not winning anything. You're just not going to lose.
Yeah, now I've lost my family and I'm living in an apartment with AIDS. Yeah.
You never, I guess sex probably was your addictive thing.
That was the addictive, because I mean, I eat a lot too, and I eat a lot of sweets, but I think I also then try to work it off or like shame myself so I can stop. But at the point in my life, it was like the sex or the compulsive just jerking off, like something with shame. And that all came from Catholicism too. It was like, you're a bad boy.
Of course.
You're a dirty pig.
I know. I mean, shout out to repressive religion, because the biggest freaks I've ever encountered are like ex-Mormons, ex-like fundamental Christians, ex-like strict Muslims. They've all been the biggest freaks. So salute to religion. For kind of becoming the #1 hoe academy out there.
100%. And I'm also a new development with me is I'm also back in with Catholicism.
Oh yeah.
I've started going back to church.
Love it.
Bringing the family back to church, but we're going in a more healthy way now, where it's like I'm not going to scold myself and have to go jerk off in the parking lot if I miss a Sunday.
Sure. What do you think of the new pope?
I do like
is he too woke for you?
No. Well, he is a little woke, but the fact that he's an American guy from Chicago and probably most likely has mafia ties. Pope Leo is actually is kind of cool. I like him, and I like that he looks exactly like our good friend Lenny Marcus.
You're so right.
Yeah,
he does look like Lenny Marcus.
Yeah, so I like the Pope. I actually, to be honest with you, I haven't really been much on social media and the internet, so I don't really know what's going on. I I don't.
He really does look like the Pope. That's
exactly.
So fucking
So I don't really know much about him. I mean, what do you think of him? You like him?
I mean, look, he's as far as popes go, he seems pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
He had lunch with some trans women recently. Like he also talked about how what they're doing with ICE is unchristian and like we should be helping our neighbors, and it's like, you know, just because people are refugees doesn't mean you're allowed to treat that. You just snatch them up off the streets.
When he said that made my friends kind of head spin because they were like, wait, what? The Pope said what we're doing ain't good?
Yeah. It is funny because he is really there are certain people who will choose Trump over the Pope, which is so fucking
funny.
You know, there's like some kind of types of Protestants that are like, no, we must follow Donald Trump, a pious man.
Yes.
But he has been interesting. It's kind of like the way that the last Pope basically said, like, hey, if you're gay, you might not go to hell. Like that was the big thing. And they're like, this guy's too whatever.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this guy. Chicago guy, you know.
Yeah. Chicago
we'll see.
kid.
I like a woke Pope personally. I think, you know, gay people, obviously the church should be accepting of gay people. I think it's fucking stupid to quote like Leviticus and shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like the same shit tells you can't eat shrimp or wear fucking cotton polyester blends. It's like the same ones tell you you're not allowed to fuck people in the ass. So
right.
Unless you're wearing like a fuck pure wool and never eating fucking shrimp and keeping kosher and whatever the fuck it tells you to do.
Yeah.
Lay off gay guys.
Listen, dude, I'm all good with the Pope. I just hope that he I'd like our people like this to just kind of stay in the media, like just do the homilies, just do church, just do like
shut up and dribble.
The morning news, shut up and dribble. I don't
shut up and dribble for the Pope.
I just don't want to see you doing a live podcast at the Chicago Theater. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes. I know that you want to talk to the youth, but I don't want to see you on flagrant.
Man.
I don't want to deal with
the Pope on fucking Theo's podcast.
Yes, I'd like that to stop. I like all that to stop. I know that we have podcasts
and
it's fun.
Say that Theo, I would like to see talk to the Pope.
Dude, I just saw a meme today that Theo's dating like the mom of like the quarterback at Vanderbilt or something. Did you see that?
I know that he was trying to fuck her, which salute.
I don't know if it's real or not then. Maybe it's not.
He was. Theo was literally like hollering at this kid's mom, who is a dime.
She's a dime piece.
And the kid's awesome and Vanderbilt's good and, you know, Theo's in it would be a very beautiful Tennessee love story, I think. It would be a very, and Theo could use a good woman in his life, I think, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I just saw I see things late, not being on the internet now and like never going on social media. It's like I feel like, you know, I'm in like a third world country when they get a movie that's been out like for 5 years. They're like, look at it, we have The Hangover. Yeah. Like I feel that. Like a lot of times I'll bring something up and you're like, yeah, that happened 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well, we don't need, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Who cares about, I like that too. I think you're much happier in like third world countries, I think. Like Greece, I think about how much fun it was to go over there. They don't know what the fuck's going on. We're watching what you just said. I remember watching Dunkirk.
Yeah.
The theaters in Greece in the summer, they're outdoors. It's like a movie theater. You're smoking. You're having fucking sunflower seeds. One of the best memories of my life is just pulling a weed pen, eating fucking oregano potato chips, and watching Dunkirk.
Oh yeah,
outside. It was fucking awesome.
Just getting horny to Tom Hardy's voice in
those
jet.
Lips, those beautiful lips.
Oh
they should have figured out a way to show those lips off.
I know.
Tom Hardy needs to be the new RoboCop.
Dude, Tom Hardy's gay too.
He used to be gay, I believe.
Oh, now he's bad. He's
I saw an interview where he was like, "Yeah, when I was a kid, I sucked a little dick."
Right.
But that's childish behavior.
Yeah,
that's childish.
That's growing
behavior.
up in Ridgewood. yeah. That's Tom Hardy. I would say
he was a piece of ass too. He was like a little twink.
He is my favorite actor.
He's
Tom Hardy
actor.
is my guy. Any type of. So Tom Hardy is the only actor for me personally. If he's in a movie or a TV show, I watch it specifically for him. I don't. No other actor or actress really has that power over me personally. But Tom Hardy, like the show Mobland, which I love that show. I only watch it because he was in it.
I'm excited to see it. It looks both good and bad.
I thought
it
looks great.
Like trash, but with great actors.
Yes. I thought it was great. I'd put it up there with Bad Thoughts on Netflix.
It's just as. I mean, it has just as impressive a cast.
Yes. Maybe Bad
Pierce Brosnan, Tom Hardy, and Helen Mirren. By the way, you want to talk about pieces of ass?
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, I mean, to this day, one of the hottest old ladies I've ever seen.
My go-to is I like Jamie-Lynn Curtis.
Yeah,
I like her, and I still to this day masturbate to her dancing in True Lies.
True Lies. You see her tits in Trading Places.
Oh yeah.
That was an early pair of breasts that I saw as a
You
child.
love those.
And they've stayed with me.
Yeah.
I mean, she.
Sometimes I still snap off a little bit to Dolly Parton.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You wanted to, again, young Dolly. Great stuff.
Love
and
her.
really did a lot for the humongous tits community.
Yes.
There was not really a mainstream celebrity with really over-the-top huge tits.
Right.
And she really was one of the first.
Yeah, so she's a pioneer in that
She's
sense.
a pioneer in gigantic tits.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
mean, come on.
I mean,
respect.
absolute
And by
badass.
the way, of course she had gigantic tits, but also a pioneer in country music, Chris.
Yes, she is.
Incredible singer. Obviously, let's lead with her talents.
Yeah.
And also, but yes, as a youth, had I seen her breasts before I had heard her music?
100%.
Yeah, yes, I had.
I like to play her tits like bongos.
It really was a thing as a kid where I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
Someone can have tits this big.
Yeah.
And then Elvira. I
Yeah.
remember seeing Elvira as a little kid.
Sure.
Because she did some kind of weird, she would be on like maybe Nick at Night or some shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Just a little remembering getting
Yeah.
horny as a child.
Yeah, I like
We're
that.
taking a little detour to get horny as
To
children.
get horned up. And that brings me to our next point of maybe we should pull a page out of Tom and Bert's book and groom a girl and get her on OnlyFans.
Yeah. What the fuck was going on
Dude,
with that?
I think that they were onto something, except I think they picked the wrong sex. Let's do a guy. Let's get Benson Spoon. Let's take Benson Spoon.
Oh, you think we should turn out
Yes.
Benson?
Turn out Benson
You think we
Spoon
should
and
get-
say, you know what? Let's get you to the next level.
Let's sell that boy pussy, Benson.
Exactly. On OnlyFans. Get Spoon out there. And
You're
then-
right, because look, right now he's Benson Spoon, but let's make him fake Benson Boone.
Yes.
Let's let people who want to fuck Benson Boone. All right, we'll get Benson Spoon. We'll get him on. I'll give him some of my Zepbound.
Yeah.
All right. He'll lose the extra couple pounds he's got. We'll get him on. We'll get him Tom's trainer.
Yes.
We'll get him a jumpsuit. We'll get him
Yeah.
doing backflip. He'll
I'll
start
get him a Siberian Husky to get his cardio in.
Yeah. He'll start backflipping on like repressed gay Mormon businessmen
Yes.
who want to actually fuck real Benson Boone.
Yes.
And we take a cut of every load he takes. We get a piece of that.
Exactly. And I think that's the future. And that's what I think. So the guys had a good idea,
Right.
but it wasn't executed properly.
And they didn't look at the talent they had in-house.
In-house.
You know, we
Yeah.
can definitely pimp out Benson Spoon.
100%. So I
definitely
think
pimp him
Benson
out.
Spoon's the guy, and then he's our horse, and maybe we even get him in there with a horse, and we get on OnlyFans. And this is the idea. So
Okay.
what we do here on Winter Bears is we take some of the ideas that the guys had, because you can't deny Tom and Bert's success. It's next
course.
level. So they
Of course.
obviously have amazing ideas, but they sometimes miss the mark just a little bit, and we're here to help them get the bullseye. And the bullseye is Benson Spoon's open asshole on OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, I'm not just talking OnlyFans. We do need to do in-person meetups.
So you think, yeah.
I want old school pimping.
Yes.
I want to really work. That's how you really got to break your podcast producer down.
Yeah.
You make him suck dick for money as well.
Right.
It's not enough to clip stuff
Yeah.
up. It's like, I have a businessman from Japan
Yeah.
who wants to fuck Benson Boone. You're going to go in there. You're going to put on a sequin jumpsuit. You're going
Right.
to try your best to do a backflip. We got to get him in gymnastics
Yes.
classes.
Yes.
He's got to start doing backflips.
My
He's gotta-
daughter's in gymnastics. You can come with her. Yeah.
Yep, and then you'll fucking suck off, Mr. Izumaka.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and then we'll all go out for sashimi afterwards. He'll
We'll
pay
have
us
fun.
$2,000.
Yeah.
You'll get 200 of that.
Yeah.
Benson,
So
you're
it
all-
helps you.
It helps you.
In an effort to keep costs of living down, and we're going to move this operation because it's now moving into full-blown prostitution. We're going to move this operation to Detroit. We're going to downtown on Detroit where
Well,
pimping.
why don't we go to Nevada
Okay.
where it's legal,
Yeah.
right next to the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
We'll do the fucking Boy Pussy Ranch.
Yeah.
We'll do the.
Yes.
We can. And how about this? Maybe we
The
just
Bussy Ranch.
The Bussy Ranch. Yeah. We'll do the Bussy Ranch, and maybe we're overthinking this. Instead of we'll just do we'll pimp out podcast producers.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna suck. We'll have eldest sucking guys off.
Eldest sucking guys off. Homeless pimp sucking
Homeless
guys off. He's got the
pimp.
name already.
And he's like he's the alternative one. He's got the cute pants.
Yes. Yes.
The glasses.
We got my guy who works with me, Steve Ciccone Riceroni. He's a little guy, so he's good for
Ooh, a
some
little
type-
spinner.
Little fetish
If you've
guy.
got a small dick,
Yes.
we'll put him in a diaper.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll have a rattle. He'll say
Right.
goo goo gaga while he sucks your dick.
100%. The producer of History Hyenas, Jesse Scaturo, he's into sculpting and he's more of an artiste, so a little more highbrow. He'll kind of get banged out and then sculpt the man's penis while he's laying there in the pool of his own jizz. We can get this. We could get good old Jamie. Joe Rogan's Jamie will come.
That's high. That's big ticket item.
That's the
you
big
wanna
one.
That's
like
you want to
that's
fuck Jamie? That'll cost you $1 million.
like to fuck Jamie is like now that's like Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, like these loser tech AI guys.
Oh, yeah.
They would love to fuck a podcast producer.
100%.
They just
Sam
want what they
Altman just
can't
coming
have.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just blowing a load and all over Jamie.
Yeah.
Big dog. Yeah.
This is a good idea, man.
Yeah, I think
This is
so.
really-
So again,
Yeah.
I think the guys were onto something here.
And let's not forget, look, we can't forget Eddie. He's also going to get his ass fucked too.
100%.
He's in there.
Yes.
You know, he's
Good old Eddie. Yeah.
somebody wants a little caramel prick. You know
That's
what I mean?
what it is. Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
He's trying to go. He's trying to sneak away from the camera. He's at the far end of the frame.
Yeah. It's all fun and games until you make a black guy gay. And then they're like, no, fuck that, dude. My community don't fuck with that. That's your white boy shit. Yeah.
This is absolutely white boy coded. These are white boy riffs if I've ever heard them.
Yeah. This is
talking
white people
about
shit.
pimping out your male friends as well.
Yeah.
But that's true. You know, I think pimping. You know, let's make it intergender.
Yes.
That way, you know, women pimp out women, men pimp out men.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Kind of ancient Greek about it.
And to be honest, New York City might be the spot for it because Mamdani wants to legalize prostitution. So that could work for us in a big way.
Sure, yeah, that's true. We can keep my apartment in Queens, and that can be the flop house.
Yeah.
Everyone can come in. One room is the podcast room. The other room is... Well, actually, here's what we do. We put a glory hole that leads directly to the producer's booth. So they can at the same time suck dick while they're editing a fucking episode.
Make it easy for them. Yeah. Get a sponsor. It's all sponsored by Liquid Death.
We'll need a lube sponsor.
Yes. Yeah, so this is an actual viable operation because where people are getting bored with just the podcast.
Right,
people are getting bored with just the stand-up.
Right.
So if you have, simultaneously your producers in a prostitution ring,
right,
against their will.
That's big.
But we have cameras on that.
Right.
Then the fan will say, you know what? Maybe I will join your Patreon.
Yeah. And we'll put the glory hole dick sucks behind the paywall.
Yes,
too.
which is this, it's capitalism.
And that's the way that's using every part of the buffalo.
Yes.
We charge the guy to get his dick sucked. We charge other guys to watch the guy get his dick sucked.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got to do this.
Just being in the studio, business is rubbing off.
Yes,
me.
you do become a businessman. Yeah. Yes. Now we have to get this idea out and patent in before it's done at Skankfest.
Oh my God, you're right. I'm actually. I bet you this is happening already. It's
Yeah.
Lewis is 100% pimping out, but if they're not even producers; they're unpaid interns.
Yeah.
He's like, "You want to make it in this business?" I mean, DeRosa. Remember when he hooked up with that trans girl?
Sure.
That's essentially what we're talking about.
Dude,
here.
I remember going home to my family. I was at that Skankfest. I remember going home to Jazz put the kids to bed, and she's like, "So, babe, how was your weekend?" And I'm like, "It was great." And then I'm just like, because you get so immersed in comedy, and you forget our wives and family members are not in comedy every day as we are. They're more normal people. Where we're of course more abnormal people.
Of course.
And so I'm telling her, she's like, "How was it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's great." And I'm telling her as if it would get a laugh. I'm like, oh yeah, and then DeRosa got sucked off by a trans person in front of the audience. It came in 5 seconds, and I'm telling it how crazy it is. She's like, oh my God, how nuts? And she was like, I want you to really reevaluate who you hang out with in this business, because she was like, you have a family, you have I don't know why you're around these types of people anymore. And I'm like,
it's funny.
I was like, come on, he's got sucked off. He's cool with it. And she was like, Chris, I'm just gonna go to bed. Yeah. And I just want you to really think about what's going on.
Wake up tomorrow.
And I'm like,
oh,
yeah. Damn.
Yeah. It is funny, but it is that is the one where it's all because here's the thing: him hooking up with a fan after the show, great. But the fact that everyone knows that he's just in another room actively getting his dick sucked, and then he comes back, saliva still drying on his fucking prick, and he's goes back to riffing. Yeah, that's insane. And I tip my cap to Skanksfest for that.
And the beauty of all that is Luis Gomez's cowboy hat never moved an inch. Just stayed in place the whole time. And then so what's very interesting is here we are doing Winter Bears. Tom's got the pastry shop, so then he's got Bad Thoughts, and now Bert has said, you know what, this is how bad I don't want to do the podcast. He said, let me go do the medium that even less people watch, a sitcom. Bert said, let's do a multicam Netflix sitcom. Now, I'm making fun of Bert here, but in reality, I also have a sitcom in development that did not get picked up.
That's what I'm going to say.
So
he's just doing the thing you've been trying desperately to do for 8 years.
All
How many pilots has it been, Chris?
9. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
0 for 9.
Yes.
And the idea is just like, Italian and a Puerto Rican wife, basically.
Yeah, like so far, like I make fun of this, but so far it's like Bert's living this amazing career, and my career is just, I'm like Bert if he never made it out of Tampa.
Yeah.
if he was just a guy outside Splitters, that's me. Yeah.
I know. It is. Yeah.
But so Bert's got that sitcom out, so I don't know when that's coming out, but obviously check that out on Netflix. But my guess is if we do somehow get convinced to come back here and do Spring Bears.
Yeah, we will be back here for Spring Bears.
Yeah.
Probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are we going to do? Maybe we should do it. We did this one in Austin. We did New York, Austin. Maybe we go somewhere tropical for Spring Bears.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Make them fly us out somewhere to an island.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we do it on Epstein's island.
That'd be awesome. I'm not, again.
It's empty. They're not using it now.
Yeah, as I said.
We turned to YMH Island.
Yeah, guy, I'm not doing it on Bert's cruise.
No.
I refuse to do that.
Yeah. Let's look into getting Epstein's Island.
Okay.
That way we can run a little pilot program of our other idea, wink, wink.
Yep.
Don't worry about it, Bensi. Just show up and, hey, don't just have clear broth for a couple days before you come out. No chili, nothing, no dairy.
Yeah.
Let's keep that intestine clear.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you could just because we really want to pump the first one, if you could really just kind of go on Mateo Lane's Instagram and just watch kind of what he looks like, what he does, and then just get prepared because we might have a nice surprise guest for that first
Well, actually, that's
opening.
a good point. Would it be easier to find a ripped gay guy and teach him podcast producing, or to try and make podcast producers hot? Some of the most disgusting-looking people on earth are because they're like comedians who don't have to be in front of the camera. So it's like that's the only thing. This is like, imagine how horrible I'd look if I wasn't photographed hours a week. This is me trying. Imagine if I was a podcast producer, how much like shit I would look.
Yeah.
So maybe we've got the wrong idea. Now, having said that, we're not going to spare Benson's hole. We're going to get a train run through him. But let's also try a pilot program where we teach a gay guy or like a promiscuous gay man who wants to be pimped out. We teach him podcast producing.
Yes.
And then we see who's the better boy whore / producer.
And then the fans are incentivized to stay with us for the next 8 to 12 weeks to see who's going to win. And then they can vote. And it's a whole thing. And then this is how you get social media involved.
I love this.
And all those things. So I think that is a genuinely good idea. Mm-hmm. That I would assume Bert and Tom are willing to put their money into producing, as long as it means they don't have to sit in a room and do the podcast. I think they'd rather watch their producer be than sit down and do a podcast.
He's like, sounds good to me. Sent from my iPhone. You know what I mean? It's just never cool. Not even a thumbs up emoji sent from my iPhone.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, great.
Doesn't care. Yeah. So I think that it's interesting. It's interesting. Well,
we were talking there. What do you think they're doing with Epstein's Island?
Right now,
that is nice real estate.
Well, I'll tell you this. Speaking of real estate, I'll tell you this. Me and Yanni were looking for a new Hilarity studio in downtown Manhattan. So we go. The real estate.
How's it looking? I'm looking as well.
So it's looking. Certain parts are good. If you it's good that you asked this.
Yeah.
If you really want to get a good deal, you might have to get in with some kind of nefarious adjacent people. So we go to this place. It's this loft like spot that's dope. That's a couple of G's less than every other place we looked at. And the realtor says, you might recognize this guy. It's all good. He bears resemblance to a guy that is very famous. But he's a good dude. Everything's good. He like lives here on one side of the loft, but he's almost never here. And, he's here right now because he wants to show you this spot and he wants to give you guys a great deal. So we go, the elevator doors open and we look at this guy and we're like, kind of looks familiar. But me and Giannis are kind of looking at each other. And the whole time we're looking at the space, we're like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
So we go.
Incredible deal. The place is awesome. You're like, what's the catch?
What's the catch? And he's very well put together. He had like a scarf on, very well put together. And he's kind of funny and he's very charismatic. And we're like, this is interesting. It's in a great location. It's got like perfectly set up for podcasting. And me and Giannis are looking at him and whatever. And then he goes, we're all done. And he gets into the elevator with us and he goes, so what do you guys think? And Giannis was like, you know what, sir? Like, we like this. And he goes, okay. He goes, well, I'll give you my card. Gives us his card. He goes, you call me when you want to make a deal. This place is yours. I'll hold it for you for a week and it's yours. So we get out and we look at the card. And we look at it, and then it hits us who it is. His name was Mark Epstein. It was Jeffrey Epstein's brother.
Shut the fuck up.
Google Mark Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein's brother tried to sell us a podcast space.
Kidding?
Yes.
You were considering renting studio space from Mark Epstein?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And then when we hit it, we were like, should we do it? And then
Puggy. So the guy in the Epstein, should we do it?
I was like, it is a great deal. It's better than doing it over the stand, those fucking criminals. Who do you want to be with, the Italians or the Epsteins?
You just want to fucking record a podcast where they had like 15 Russian teenagers penned in. Fucking wait. They just had them. They had them in little stalls the way you have puppies in a fucking in like a breeding mill.
Yeah.
They have like little cereal dry feeder and like a water bottle.
Yeah.
And then fucking billionaires would come through and be like, I'll take that one and
C7?
that one.
Yeah. Like a vending machine.
Vending machine. Holy
so
shit.
So that's
Mark
why
Epstein.
That's why the deal was so good. So if you're looking for a really good deal, he's the guy.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for that level.
Well, because
of deal.
him and I were like, you know what? We were like, we can't possibly do it there because then we're like, what happens if like we're filming the podcast there and then there's some like nut who just wants to get revenge and he thinks that Mark Epstein's still there and then he just blows up the podcast studio and we get killed.
And by the way, this isn't like, okay, it's Epstein's brother, but they have different lives. He was the president of his brother's investment company and an executive of OSA Property. So he is involved. Well, and he's the one who was emailing him about Trump sucking Clinton's dick.
Really?
That was the one. We was talking about Bubba sucked him off.
Oh, interesting. Listen, in fairness, I only met him briefly. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very nice, charming, charismatic guy. I don't know really anything about what he did in his life.
I think
with
you
his
can
brother,
guess.
But I'm just saying, in the flesh, nice man, and a very good podcast deal.
If it saves you $1,500 between you and Giannis, $750 a month, it's okay to podcast at a place where unspeakable evil has occurred.
Listen, it's all, as I told you, I'm into investing now. It's all about compounding. It's all about compounding interest.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, dude.
You legitimately met Mark Epstein.
We had no idea going in, but we were like, whoa. And it was kind of one of those moments where we were standing on whatever street in the city and we were like, as soon as we saw the name, it was like, whoa. Because when you first see him, he looks like him. You're like, dude, I've seen this guy's face before.
Can we go to his wiki? Let's just get a little more about Mark Epstein.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's a public figure. I'm not like exposing him.
He's an American property developer and the brother of child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. What a great start.
Yep.
A former artist. Epstein has been a former artist. I'm sure his fucking paintings were really good. I mean, yeah. Oh, he also had a real estate, a T-shirt printing business. Oh, this one, a modeling agency and a charter company.
Yeah,
that's crazy. A modeling agent and a charter company just means he was a sex trafficker.
Yeah.
He fucking found the people to traffic, and he had the planes to take.
Yeah, the
them
modeling agency was called Fisher Price.
This is so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, these guys were definitely,
Well, but here's the thing: when you're trying to look for a studio down here in New York City, a lot of the buildings are owned. You're probably going to deal with some type of scumbag who owns the building, and so you're going to have to deal with a little bit of that. But
there are levels to it, though,
right?
Chris.
I understand if you want to draw the line at Epstein, hey, I got a great deal. What's the catch? Well, my brother's Saddam Hussein. Is that a problem?
That's fucking insane.
So yeah,
I look forward to you signing the deal with him.
Yes, right.
Wow, dude, that's fucking nuts.
You'll come do the pod and be our first guest.
Oh, you would love that. That would be a good pod.
Yes.
He said he didn't know why he stopped hanging. Oh, this is very funny. In 2024, Mark said he did not know why Jeffrey's friendship with Donald Trump ended. He said that Jeffrey had said on tape that he stopped hanging out with Donald Trump when he realized Trump was a crook. Epstein was like, this guy's a little shady.
Yeah. I don't know about this guy anymore.
Anyway, where's the new shipment of Lithuanian children? Where's the Can you get on the phone with that Lithuanian orphanage? We're kind of running low on stock.
Yeah.
It's fucking let's see. It's Tony Blair's birthday.
Right.
We want to treat him right.
Yeah, so that's you run into some people here. Yeah.
That's you're really rubbing elbows with high society in Manhattan.
That's what it is, man. You got Mamdani, I got Epstein.
I think I know. Yeah, I'm pretty glad with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be on that side of it.
Dude, Diet Cokes, Diet Cokes, I just read a study that the chemicals in Diet Cokes change your gut microbiome in such a way that while you're digesting that Diet Coke, your personality is actually changing. So whoever you are before the Diet Coke is not who you are as you're consuming the Diet Coke.
So?
Because they realize now the gut-brain connection, like who you are, your personality, your thoughts are not as, they are, of course, in the brain, but they're also in the gut. And Diet Cokes change your gut microbiome to where you are actually a different person. So
Really?
just know that about you.
And what do you think? So it's interesting because the second I started drinking Diet Coke, I started fantasizing about drinking Benson Spoon.
Exactly, dude.
Maybe Diet Coke's turning me into a gay sexual predator.
That makes sense.
I'm like, 3 more, please.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like that because I feel like legit, I do think there's a type of like slutty girl that likes Diet Cokes.
100%.
They have a cool personality. They're like bubbly. They like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? Pretty good at giving head in my limited experience.
Yes.
So maybe keep crushing these
Keep
Diet
crushing
Cokes.
those Diet Cokes,
They'll
baby.
make you a fun, light, sexual entity maybe.
Yeah. Just fun and light. And little Diet Coke, all diet
The
sodas.
brain-gut connection, huh?
It's a big thing.
That makes sense because I feel like a lot of people who have bad stomachs are like, they're very antsy, they're very annoying.
Yeah.
People with I feel like hyperactive people have diarrhea a lot.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like there are maybe that's why like fat people have similar personalities because they have similar.
Yeah.
They take similar shits. They have similar fucked up stomachs.
Sure. You're finding your tribe. You guys everybody's got to find their tribe. That's why when I'm having like a really bad day, just eat a little yogurt. Calms the microbiome, dude.
I've crushed yogurt. I mean, Greek yogurt.
Dude,
I
let me
crush
tell you
it.
something. My breakfast almost every morning is a 0% Faggi yogurt. I put a little scoop of Athlean X protein in there, chocolate
What
coconut.
flavor?
I like chocolate coconut.
Ooh.
Put a scoopy whoopie in there.
Now is that one of the brands that has lead in it? Because no.
No, the reason why I like Athlean X is the guy who runs it, Jeff Cavalieri, is awesome. Athlean X is, if you want to get in shape, one of the best YouTubes you can watch is Athlean X because he's all about the science. He's like not even trying to sell any bullshit. He's like, I do things pure. So I trust his products the most. Athlean X.
And you have done no search. You just trust them.
I just blindly trust him because
you want to have sex with him. So
and
you
people
say
ask me,
you
why do you
trust him.
blindly trust him? And I said, well, because if you look at his history, you realize at one point he was the personal trainer for the New York Mets. so if you train the Mets, I'm in. But he is absolutely shredded and ripped. And
chocolate coconut, that's a nice flavor.
The chocolate coconut. And then what I do sometimes now that, it was fall festive, he has a French vanilla flavor, and I put 1 scoop of French vanilla. You ready for this? Here's my breakfast.
I'm listening.
Little yogurt. So got protein, low saturated fat, good for the cholesterol, high protein. 1 scoop of French vanilla, Athlean X protein, some pumpkin puree, some cinnamon, little maple syrup, the tiniest bit of maple syrup, and then the pumpkin flaxseed cereal from Nature's Path. Mix that up. Yummy in my tummy.
That sounds awesome.
And then if I really wanted, and if I wanted to make that a fat boy special, what I would do is have Jazz make protein pancakes, and I would make that yogurt and then make a little pancake yogurt sandwich.
I do that. So I've been doing pumpkin protein pancakes. I'll do pumpkin, egg whites, cottage cheese, and then if I want, I have to do for a similar fall thing, some pumpkin spice, and I put a cinnamon protein in there, and it actually is fucking pretty good.
It's good, dude. All you need, really, if you can just focus on trying to get the maximal protein. Like for me, the reason why, when I used to drink a lot too, but also like why I don't have such a fat, puffy face anymore is because the one main thing I changed is when I'm really, really, really like famished, hungry in the middle of the day, rather than eating 4 slices of pizza, which I would always do just habitually, now I just have a yogurt. And I'm like, it fills me, and it's like not the same as pizza, but at least I'm like, I'm getting cream.
Nowhere near this.
I'm getting some type of dairy.
What a fucking nutrition hack.
Yeah.
You hear that, folks? Instead of 4 slices of pizza, have a yogurt. That's really helpful advice.
And if you guys want, you could put some pepperoni in your yogurt.
I do make a Greek yogurt pizza crust.
Oh, really?
Greek yogurt and flour, and you just fucking bake it, and you can make it feel like a pita or like a pizza dough.
Interesting.
And then I put a little fucking sauce, fat-free cheese, which has a ton of protein, and I do turkey pepperoni. And when I'm fiending for a fucking slice of pizza, I'll do that.
Dude, the main thing, because my cholesterol was 300. It was like so through the, and now I got it all the way down to like 205 or something.
Yeah.
And the main thing I did is just change from Italian food to Greek food. I just literally, every time I wanted Italian, I'd go Greek.
Come a little further down the peninsula.
Grilled chicken, salmon, lemon potatoes, hummus, some veggies. But like, so it's not like, because I think sometimes people don't stick to a diet because like I got to eat salads and stuff. It's like you really actually don't. You just have to eat higher. I mean, you could if you want, but
sure,
dude, some veggies and chicken or salmon and lemon potatoes and a little hummus. I mean, you're still a little bit of a bad boy with the pitas and carbs,
slut. Yeah.
but you're not. But you're better.
I want to go to like one of those fucking like health clinics, like everything is like I have no interest in hair plugs. I love being. I think you're a coward if you get hair plugs.
Yeah.
I face my mortality head on.
100%.
Dude. I'm not a vain coward, but the idea of going to like Turkey or like Colombia or somewhere where they just have these crazy medical procedures and they check everything in your body and they have like a 360 scan. I kind of want to go do that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go like be fully scanned out. I want to be on like. I want whatever like weird rich guy. I need to talk to Tom because I know he's got weird fucked 100%. Up medicines.
Yeah, like I believe
take.
like Tom says right now he's doing season 2 of Bad Thoughts, but he might be like hunting in a human safari.
Yeah.
Like he might actually be doing one of like he's in Madagascar right now, human safari.
Right.
That's what's going on.
He paid the IDF $500,000 for like 8 bazooka shells, and they're like, "Hey, go crazy!"
Yeah,
No journalists here.
Yeah.
Go insane.
Yeah.
That might happen.
Yeah. So
do you see that story where they were like there was some disgusting thing where rich people in the fucking like during the I think Yugoslavian civil war, rich people were literally hunting people for sport. I mean, it's crazy how craven getting that much money makes you.
That's actually what made me think of the idea to even bring it up because I was thinking about what you were talking. I was thinking about I had just seen the article in the paper and one of the guys from Sarajevo or whatever Sarajevo looked like Tom Segura. He looked like a 1994 Tom Segura. I'm like, yeah.
It's fucking insane. I hope they track down the people that paid to kill people and just execute them.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, dude, here's the thing as a fan of this show, if you're still interested
I have something also to say.
In and out. Dude. So and that was and that is that you're constipated. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a DCF, a Diet Coke fart. If you still are here at the end of this hour and listening to the ads and just seeing and literally we've spent an hour saying nothing other than promoting human safaris and Josh, then you're actually the problem, not us. You need to look at what you're doing. It's not Tom, it's not Bert, it's not me, it's not Stavi.
True.
It's you, dude.
It's you.
It's you.
But listen, buy a calendar.
That's all.
Come see us on the road. The Dreamboat Tour, the final leg is going to start up in January.
Yeah.
We're starting in Florida. We're going all across. Wherever I didn't hit last year, we're going to hit it now. Stavi.biz. Chrissy, you're on the road as well.
Chris D Comedy. I have one show in January right now in West Virginia, Charlestown, West Virginia, in a casino.
Oh, Charlestown Races and Slots.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I know that place.
Have you done that casino?
No, there was one of the first casinos near Baltimore. So it was like, I remember the advertisements for it.
So I'm doing that. And then I might do a show in Vegas in February. But ChrisDComedy.com, History Hyenas comes at you every Thursday. Go to historyhyenasisback.com, History Hyenas on Instagram. And that's it, man.
That's going to do it for us. We'll see you next week. It's going to be the holidays are getting close, folks. Dude. We're going to be talking. We're going to be talking Christmas. Maybe we'll talk a little New Year's after that.
100%.
It's nice to be here with you, Chrissy. It's nice to be here with you, folks. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.